Alex Pereira has been identified as a potential future three-division champion, with multiple strategic paths to achieve that milestone. One scenario includes a matchup against Cyril Gain, which could position Pereira to make history across weight classes. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Aljamain Sterling weighed in on Arman Tsarukyan potentially moving to featherweight, acknowledging the intrigue while questioning how the shift would translate competitively. The discussion highlights ongoing movement and experimentation across UFC weight divisions. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Arman Tsarukyan is escalating his rivalry with Colby Covington, confidently stating he would not just defeat him but embarrass him in a potential wrestling matchup. Following his dominant win at RAF 8, Tsarukyan framed the bout as both competitive and promotional, claiming Covington's relevance has already faded in the UFC and that he intends to erase him from the wrestling spotlight as well. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Arman Tsarukyan outlined an ambitious long-term vision for Khamzat Chimaev, suggesting a path that includes capturing 3 UFC titles and eventually crossing over into a high-profile bout with Jake Paul. The projection reflects the growing blend of sport and entertainment in modern MMA. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Arman Tsarukyan addressed the controversial moment at RAF 8, where Urijah Faber was driven off the stage during their match, a move some labeled as dirty. While the incident drew criticism from officials, Tsarukyan maintained his competitive intensity, and the situation has only added to the growing narrative around his aggressive style and rising profile in crossover wrestling events. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Dana White provided an encouraging update regarding Conor McGregor's return, signaling that progress is being made toward bringing the former champion back into the octagon. While no definitive timeline was confirmed, the tone suggests optimism within the UFC that McGregor's comeback remains a priority and could materialize in the near future. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Darren Till is set to make his debut in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship at BKFC 90 next month, marking a new chapter in his combat sports career. The move signals a shift away from traditional MMA as Till looks to re-establish momentum in a more aggressive, striking-focused environment. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Darren Till delivered a blunt critique of the UFC, claiming the promotion has lost its energy and no longer carries the same excitement it once did. His comments reflect a growing sentiment among some fighters that the organization's culture and momentum have shifted, particularly as alternative promotions and opportunities expand outside the UFC ecosystem. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Francis Ngannou revealed that a long-rumored super fight with Jon Jones was never truly on the table. According to Ngannou, the matchup was used as leverage by the UFC during contract negotiations, not a legitimate fight offer. Despite public hype and both fighters expressing interest, no deal materialized, reinforcing how high-level matchmaking can double as negotiation strategy. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Ilia Topuria is positioning himself as a serious threat to Islam Makhachev, confidently stating he intends to shock the world in a potential title fight. Topuria believes his skill set and mindset give him a path to disrupt the champion's dominance. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Amid ongoing debate, Islam Makhachev has faced accusations of avoiding Topuria, though the challenger is now focused on proving himself inside the cage. Topuria outlined a strategic approach to defeat Makhachev, aiming to expose weaknesses others have not been able to capitalize on. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Gigi Prochaska admitted he was operating at only 40 to 50% of his full ability during his recent performance, particularly after Carlos Ulberg suffered an in-fight injury. Despite the circumstances, Prochaska emphasized that both fighters were dealing with limitations, framing the bout as a test of resilience rather than peak execution. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. John Anik shared a lighter moment from UFC 327, revealing that Josh Hokett unexpectedly made him laugh during what was otherwise a tense and unproductive fighter meeting. The anecdote highlights how even in high-pressure environments, personality and spontaneity can cut through the seriousness that typically surrounds fight week preparations. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Merab Dvalishvili predicted Ilia Topuria would knock out Arman Tsarukyan, citing a stylistic mismatch. He believes Tsarukyan's wrestling would be neutralized, forcing a stand-up fight where Topuria's power gives him the clear edge. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Paddy Pimblett weighed in on the ongoing tension between Dana White and Eddie Hearn, dismissing the feud as overly dramatic and teenage girlish. His comments reflect a broader sentiment that the dispute feels more like promotional theatrics than a meaningful conflict, adding another voice to the conversation around cross-promotion friction in combat sports. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Ronda Rousey revealed that a return to competition would only be considered under a highly specific scenario, potentially involving Gina Carano. While largely content in retirement, Rousey suggested that the right narrative or legacy-driven matchup could still draw her back into the fight game. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Sean Strickland issued a direct warning to Khamzat Chimaev ahead of their anticipated clash, making it clear that threats will not intimidate him. Strickland emphasized his readiness for both the physical and psychological aspects of the fight, reinforcing his reputation for confrontational and unfiltered pre-fight messaging. For more videos, give a thumbs up and drop a comment.